Tigers, Bulldogs, Saints. Welcome to DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
Good morning and welcome to DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance. Coming to you from KFC Taco Bell in Smithville. We're going to apologize up front because, our stream may cut out today.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Bear with us. Hang in there.
Hang in there.
Be patient.
It's the end of the year.
Tolerant.
Everybody's struggling.
Yeah. So
I'm not struggling.
Circumstances beyond our control.
Kind of notice how Kelly's pushed us a little bit further towards Casey and away from Tom. I wasn't saying that to move you back. I'm just like, Tom's got that vibe, karma going around him. We were avoiding it.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, it's the next to last show of the season. Man, that music's loud.
I know.
I can't even concentrate.
You want me to start singing? Because I can probably out-sing that.
You can't sing with that, Casey. There's music.
That's right, I can't.
Can't do that. We won't
Chris
allow
would
it.
report me.
Well, everything except high school softball is over for the 2025-26 season, and the Tigerettes will play on Monday against Stone Memorial at Stone Memorial at 5 o'clock in the opening round of the region tournament. Lee?
Turn the music down.
Lee Trammell's our producer this morning. Poor Lee, we run him to death, and he does so good, though.
He just smiles.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a good Lee story?
Oh, man.
That's the biscuit and the story is the only reason Casey came today.
So
Hurry up and chew.
I had the honor of carrying Lee home from the game Thursday night. And so we went to Demas's. And if you don't know Lee, please get to know Lee. He is one of my top 5 favorite people, all right? Well, we walk into Demas's, and there's this cute little girl sitting there. And I think she worked there, but she was off. And we walked in, and just as soon as we walked in, she looks at Lee and goes, "Lee Trammell, I can't believe you're here."
He has a fan club already.
Well, Lee proceeded to turn about the color of Kelly's shirt there. And I have talked about it since that moment. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, Lee's so quiet, too, and unassuming, you know. It was just, Casey was telling us about it. It was
Those
so
are the
funny.
ones you have to watch.
Yeah, I know. You never know. He might have some kind of dark secret or something. But
Well, the first thing you asked him this morning, and to me it's a really important piece of equipment for this show to even get, do you need it? Nah, don't need it.
Don't need it, no.
Nope. Be fine.
You know, it's funny because the 4 of us combined don't have half the technology he's got. You know, and that's the truth. But anyway, Casey mentioned Mount Juliet. We were there on Thursday night as the Lady Saints season wrapped up against West Wilson. Kelly, I think that team might have beaten some high school teams. They were big. They were experienced. They were first time through the order. I thought Lady Saints held up good. Eden showed a lot pitching-wise, kind of had them off balance a little bit. As they got to the second and third time through the order, it changed a little bit, and then they seemed to maybe catch on, I guess, or whatever. But your thoughts on that game? I knew it would be tough going into it anyway.
When I found out who we were playing, I was like, I said the message that I sent to Amanda was, "We're playing Oklahoma," because they've been the standard in college softball. They were a very good team. They were a much better team. But we went into it, we have to play our game. We have to do ours. Amanda had a great plan for the pitching. We tried to scout as much as you can scout on Game Changer. We knew some things, and we were able to hold our own for a little while.
Yeah.
But then, they were starting, I think you said 7th, 8th graders.
Mm-hmm.
We started 4.
Yeah.
And we started 3 sixth graders. Their sixth graders don't even dress at this point of the season.
Wow.
So they have 2,500 kids in their school building. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure DeKalb County doesn't have 2,400 students in
The whole school system.
the whole
yeah.
school system.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're just and these girls, Wilson County has open enrollment. These are not excuses. These are just facts. Wilson County has open enrollment. These kids, they've been in the state title run for the past 3 years that I know of. They won it last year. They're just they're just a well put together team. And when I say they were huge, when we went to do shaking hands at 5, Amanda and I were looking up at most of the girls. They were taller than both of us. And
That's not saying a lot.
well, I understand that, but in girls' terms, it is. They were bigger than Amanda and I, and we've had 2 kids. I mean, we've put on some weight since high school. But it was a good game. I was proud that we struck their number 3 or 4 batter out.
Well, that was awesome.
It was only her second time all year being
Yep.
struck out, so Eden did a really good job. I was really glad that Kyla was pitching the next time she came up to bat because she about took the pitcher's head off, and Kyla is a little bit shorter than Eden, and I'm
man,
afraid
that was scary.
I'm afraid it would have hurt, one
I
of
think
them.
it hit the top of her head, didn't it?
It did not hit her, but it hit her hair. Like she felt it through her hair. But there was one that Eden got over at second base, and she didn't even hardly react to it. Like she didn't. I don't know if she didn't see it. So I mean, like they were hitting. I was going back. I don't think we had a single put out as far as short to third or short to first. I think everything we got out was either a strikeout or we caught a fly ball. Is how we got out of the inning. I don't think we had a single chance. Now we had a couple calls not go our way, and when they did not go our way, it kind of sucked the life out of the girls.
Yeah, Casey and I both were commenting about that. You could just kind of see it on them.
It was one of those. I told Amanda, I said, I won't wear anything that says middle school, and I will sit somewhere else. But that is the first thing I'm going to say at the state meeting next year. Please take the rule out because nobody interprets it the same way. And I was like, you play a whole year, and then all of a sudden the rule has changed. And it was the obstruction rule. And I'm like, college can't even get it right. They are constantly going back to instant replay to get the call right. And I was like, you can't. So we threw their top runner out twice. But we got called for obstruction, and I'm like, she had the ball before the girl got there. Like, Harper did a great job of getting the ball there. Aubrey did a great job of catching the ball, and they're like, obstruction. And he had his arm out before she even, got to the base. And I was like, that's not obstruction. She had the ball. And then, we had the play at the plate, and the girl was 3 feet up the line in front of the plate, and they didn't call obstruction. So I was like, and at that point, our crowd goes crazy, but I knew the umpire, and I knew the umpire would not give us anything close if we kept chattering. So I was like, please don't say anything, because I knew the guy. I worked with him before as an umpire, and I just knew his personality. But I really do feel like it was, the way they kind of talked to Amanda was not good. He kind of screamed at Amanda for asking. She was politely asking. She was not screaming, hollering. Kicking dirt or anything. So once that happened, I think the girls just realized we're not going to get any help whatsoever, and it just kind of sucked the life out of them.
Well, you can tell that umpire's interaction with Amanda, he wouldn't even acknowledge her. She had to basically come down there and stand next to him before he would even acknowledge her. And then he put that hand up, and me and Tom said, well, this guy ain't changing his mind. He's not going to listen. And I don't know. I was like you. I'll tell you, I went back and I watched that play at the plate probably 10 times. 10 times out of 10, that is obstruction. As I understand obstruction.
If you're going to call it at second base, it was the exact same thing. It actually worse, but it was the exact same thing that happened twice at second base, and you call obstruction both times. Well, those are 2 outs. Those 2 runs score. And those 2 runs score early. And both of those happened early in the game. And then we were just kind of like, and I understand there's things that's going to happen. And I had said the whole time, we are going to need a lot of luck. We're going to need the ball to go our way. And It did. For the first 2 innings, we held our own, and then the better team just prevailed. But gosh, I'm so proud of these girls. They were one of 8 teams still playing in the state. I'm 99% sure this team will beat Siegel today, and they'll beat whoever else they got to play.
I'm about 102% sure that's going to
Yeah, I
happen.
mean, I just don't see them. I mean, what'd you say? They gave up 20 runs all year.
I think it was 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But-
in 18 games. But
but-
they had like 9 shutouts. I mean, they were just dominant.
So, I mean, I thought the girls played great. I was so proud of them against the Macon County game to just fight. That's kind of been, since we got into the tournament, we got to fight. We got to be scrappy. We got to be gritty. And that's kind of what we just, but I was so proud of them. I mean, and I was like, I've had the most fun coaching this girls. And I told y'all, I was like, I don't know if I can coach girls. And they have been the best group, had the best group of parents. So I might cry on them. But I saw them most of them last night at the ball field. So still, I miss them already and ready for next year.
Well, I'll tell you, my take on that was, just say it like it is, okay? In reality, that team had no business being where it was at. Under a normal circumstance, that team should not be there. But it was there. And that is a credit to all of those girls and a credit to y'all. And let's not forget, at the end of the second inning, it was just a 3-0 game as well. So they come in there. You had 2 6th grade pitchers and a 6th grade catcher who held that team to 3 runs in the first 2 innings. I was super proud of them. There is no moral victories, okay? But I'm telling you, I don't know how they could have done better than what they done.
And hopefully it'll still say the same next year. But from my understanding, there will be a new classification. It would be Marley's 7th grade year. So not next year, but the next year. There's supposed to be a reclassification. And now in basketball, there is 3 divisions. There's single A, double A, triple A. In softball and baseball, baseball team, it was the same thing. We ran up against I think Upperman got beat by West Wilson as well. And Upperman's a pretty big school, but West Wilson's much bigger.
Yeah, they're huge.
And you're just in a different clientele of people too.
Yeah.
It was a really nice field that we played.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything about that. West Wilson is so big that I couldn't understand why they weren't playing at West Wilson.
Because they're getting a new football stadium.
Oh, okay. Well, Mount Juliet stuff is really nice, and you could just see that Wilson County money. You went to Watertown. All those Wilson County schools seems like either they're on the uptick, getting all the new stuff, or they just got it in there. It was super nice to play down there. What in the world is in that dugout down there? That is the biggest dugout.
Casey was most fascinated most about that more than anything else.
But it was weird because we couldn't hear it's all bricked, and it's pretty deep. It's about 10 foot deep. It's nice. It was a nice-ish dugout.
We thought they could put a small restaurant in
but,
one of those.
But here's the thing: you had no clue what was going on outside of the field. We couldn't hear the crowd until I was sitting right there at the door, and when they started hollering at the umpire, and I came out. But other than that, there was you couldn't hear the crowd. You couldn't hardly see the crowd because it was just all blocked in. It was really kind of, I guess it's nice, but it's not. It was not very player friendly as far as being able to hear the crowd. I don't know if y'all could hear us. They were cheering.
I couldn't hear anything.
And stuff.
I couldn't hardly see. I actually thought it was you that went out at first instead of Amanda. And Tom was like, I think that's Amanda. I said, of course it is.
I knew I couldn't. I knew they would.
Yeah.
There's been times, and it's funny, I'll know the rule. And it's not that Amanda does it. She just doesn't know how to ask it. And there's certain ways you ask stuff. And I was like, and he was like, I can't talk to you, assistant coach. So I turn around, and I'm like, Amanda. And I'll say it really loud so he can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Kelly because she wasn't fired up enough.
Yeah. I was hoping for a fist fight, I'll tell you.
I was sitting there going, don't get thrown out, Amanda. Don't get thrown out.
What else could she do? The dude wouldn't even acknowledge her. She had to literally run down there and stand in front of the guy before he would even acknowledge that she had a question about something.
Yeah.
I did not appreciate that, I'll tell you.
It was, there's been a lot of complaints about umpiring, and I get that. I'll have to say, during our district tournament and our regional tournament, we had two of the best umpires out of the Upper Cumberland. They did a good job. They knew the rules. They knew the situations. They were very professional. And I'm not saying that the ones that we had were bad and didn't know rules. They just were not approachable. And that's a hard thing to go into in middle school ball, because through the whole thing you're teaching. Like, we had an obstruction call in the district tournament, and I was like, he told me, he's like, I can't talk to you. And I was like, I just need to know how she obstructed so I can teach her to not do it again. I was like, she doesn't understand, nor do I. And he's like, oh, well, she hit her with her hip before the ball. He said if she'd have tagged her with the ball, he said, but she hip checked her and then tagged her. And he's like, she can't do that. And I was like, okay.
She can if she gets away with it.
Not at third when the umpire's looking right at it.
That's what I said, if she gets away with it.
So, I appreciate that. I was like, I just need to know how to coach my kids, and I need to explain it to them. And like I said, the Upper Cumberland, Darnell, and I think the other guy's, his name's Rittenberry, I think. Don't hold me that too. They did a great job of assigning these umpires for the school system, for our Upper Cumberland. So I was very appreciative of them.
Well, all things considered, a great year for the Lady Saints, 18-8. Come as the 5th seed to win the district tournament. Outstanding postseason run. I don't know what your expectations
I don't know, Amanda. I said we set the bar too high the first year.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know what your expectations were at the start of the season, but, I thought it was just a phenomenal season all the way around.
It was, especially with us losing PK mid-season. I was very pleased with our 2 6th graders to step up and pitch, but I can't say our 8th graders were great. Mm-hmm. Aubrey Fusen was just a natural-born leader on that team, and Zoe, they bought in, and it helped Alexis and Courtney. They bought in. They were, willing to do whatever it was to win. And so, and we had great parents. I don't think coaches say that too much, but we had a great group of parents. Couldn't have asked for a better first-year coaching. I'm sure it won't always be this way, but you can hope, because, if you set a president, I don't think Coach Bond ever really had a lot of parent problems, because he set a president, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And when you win, people don't complain.
That's very true. Yeah.
So we're hoping for even better next year.
All right. We got plenty to talk about today. Coach Brian Cadle of the DeKalb County High School tennis team is here. He's going to join us here in just a few moments to talk about their outstanding season. Tigerette softball, we mentioned the lone sport standing as we head to the final couple of weeks of DeKalb County schools. Coach Amy Tobitt, Coach Brandon Cox, and some members of the Tigerettes scheduled to be with us around 9:40. We've got some new basketball coaches. We kind of hit the highlight of that last week. We'll get into some discussion of expectations there as they spoke to the media for the first time this week. And we'll touch on some of the postseason stuff we've not had a chance to. So there's plenty going on right now as we wrap up the school year. Stay with us. More to come on DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
At DeKalb County Insurance, we proudly support our local sports teams, always rooting for the Saints, Bulldogs, Tigers, and Vols. And off the field, we're here for our community too, helping you understand your Medicare options with care and clarity. We're not affiliated with Medicare, but we're here to help you make informed decisions by finding the best plan that fits your healthcare needs. Open enrollment for 2025 runs from October 15th to December 7th. Give us a call to set up your Medicare evaluation at 615-597-0660, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please note, we do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to plans we do offer. Go to Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all of your options.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb Sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Home Services is your trusted partner for comprehensive excavation and septic solutions. With a combined 30 years of experience, our team of skilled professionals deliver reliable, high-quality work for both residential and commercial projects. We understand the unique challenges of Middle Tennessee's terrain and provide customized services. From basic excavation to complex septic system installations, we have the expertise and equipment to handle jobs of any size or complexity. Put us to work for you. Home Services, 615-597-6287.
In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Homes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that this life is a journey filled with highs and lows. Just as every game has its final whistle, so too does every life have its final moment. When that time comes, Love Cantrell Funeral Home would love the opportunity to earn your trust. We provide compassionate care and professional services to fit your family's financial needs. Love Cantrell Funeral Home has been a proud sponsor of all DeKalb County athletics for over 65 years. Love Cantrell Funeral Home, where love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Ranger brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night as we study together and worship our Lord.
For 20 years, Southern Landscape Supply has been serving DeKalb County and the Upper Cumberland with everything you need to keep your lawn looking its best. From grass seed and fertilizer to top quality mowers and tractors, we've got you covered. And when it comes time for maintenance, our full parts and service department is here to keep your equipment running strong. Whether you're tackling the backyard or the back 40, trust your hometown experts at Southern Landscape Supply. Southern Landscape Supply, 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville.
DC Blitz presented by DeKalb County Insurance. Tom Kelly, Coach Casey, and Coach Brian Cadle. Why does everybody have a cuh except me?
You're a weirdo, Tom.
Tom.
Even Coach Cadle, he's got a double cuh.
There's that one. There's always the one.
Oh, we appreciate all the folks tuning in out there this morning. We even got a message. We're being watched in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee this morning. I didn't know our signal got that far.
Won't be long. We'll be global.
Yeah, well, I'm just thankful you can watch it outside the parking lot.
Casey, do you watch when you go to Mexico?
Oh, yes.
See, we're already global.
Yeah.
We're already global.
Well, wait a minute. I just want to know, if you watch it in Mexico, does it automatically translate what we're saying into Spanish?
Actually, yes. So the weird thing is, like, if you get on, like I get on ESPN or something, the second you cross the border, it goes into Spanish, and I can't see a thing. And then it's all soccer. Every bit of it is soccer. So my ESPN experience is bueno down there. So.
Coach Cadle, this is what we do. We talk nonsense 90%
Pretty
of the
much,
show.
yeah.
So.
Well, I can hang right with you.
He knows, Luke. He knows how all this is. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Coach, it's good to have you this morning, and what a season. Y'all have had a fantastic season. I know the boys had a great year. The girls, if you look at the record, just go strictly by that, you might not be impressed. But, Coach, as I was kind of following the team along, I thought the girls got drastically better from the beginning of the season to the end. What, in terms of their development, was going on kind of as the season played out?
Yeah, I call this a tale of two seasons. Our records were exactly opposite, 13-5 and 5-13.
Yeah.
And the girls, we lost Charlotte Palladino to graduation, our #1 player.
Mm-hmm.
And then Abby Jo Crook did not play for this year. She just focused on FFA. So we really had lost two of our top contributors to the team. So at the beginning, everybody had new jobs.
Yeah.
And so Casey Hale was at #1. She had played, I think, at 3 the year before. And then Mia Bell was a sophomore playing 2.
Mm-hmm.
Those top 2 positions are really hard to start winning when you're new at it.
Yeah.
And then typically the teams that I've coached in the past were always deep. We get kids 3, 4, and 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
We're deep, we're better deeper. So the girls all had to play new jobs, and it just took them a while to develop that. But yeah, by the end of the season, Mia Bell, she really started improving. Casey was very consistent, and then our Candace Rico and Kaylee Hirsch in the doubles, they were doing well. So it just was the top 2 players really learning how to be in those tougher spots, and then the depth at the bottom, it helped us start getting more wins as a team.
Now, if you don't follow high school tennis or quite understand, when you're talking about those top 2 seeds,
yeah,
they're playing everybody else's 1s and 2s. And, if you go up against, and I'll use Central Magnet because it seems like they're always pretty strong, but you've got your 1 is going up against their 1. That's the biggest challenge, I assume, for those positions.
Oh, yeah. With tennis, the way it works, you have we play what's called a 5 singles and 2 doubles format. So
yeah.
you play 5 singles, so you could play both one singles and 1 doubles,
mm-hmm.
and that's what a lot of teams do. So we at that #1 position, yeah, we're playing someone's thoroughbred. Every team, I mean, their best athlete is their #1 singles player typically.
Right.
And so, and a number of those kids in this area are training Murfreesboro. Maybe they're going to Franklin, and so they're playing all year round. And
mm-hmm.
so they'll be a tall order when you come to play them.
When you look at doubles, how do you determine your team, so to speak? And I know some this year you were kind of little trial and error here, trying some combinations. But how do you get kind of a feel of what works in doubles?
With doubles, it's about chemistry with the players. Do they bring out the best in each other?
Right.
And so maybe you have a big server. You have someone that's really solid at the net. Maybe you have a couple baseline kids that you put together. So it's finding chemistry, but then also it's finding who can hit a strong backhand, who is better on forehand, who's a good net player. And so you try to put 2 people together that they cover each other's weaknesses.
Sure.
And also they get along well together, and they encourage one another. Doubles is so much about fist bumps and racket touches and talking and being positive with each other. And so that's a big part of it too.
Coach, I'm going to jump on one more question here and then let our crew take off on some. But depth is something you mentioned, and being able to go down and have 6 quality players, girls and boys. What have you done, because I know that's been a big emphasis for you, to kind of help nurture and develop that depth? And I'm going to go two parts here. You're talking about some of these other teams or players training in various facilities. Are your players doing more of that now these days with the program?
Yes, absolutely. So this is my 5th season. So when I came here in 21, we really had no elementary or middle school tennis in Smithville or DeKalb County at all.
Yeah.
And so we got the middle school team going. And then I do what's called it's called junior team tennis. It's off-season tennis. It's like travel baseball, travel softball, but we do it here locally in Smithville. It's through the United States Tennis Association.
Okay.
So all the big name players in Middle Tennessee and all over the South, they are in USTA. And that's the organization you join as you can be an adult and play. You can be as a 6-year-old kid and play. So yes, we're active in USTA now.
That's awesome.
Some of our kids are going to a place called Farm and Forge. This beautiful place over in College Grove. It's almost like an IMG academy.
Wow.
It's brand new, and so Lance has been playing over there. Casey's going there. Then of course Adams Tennis Complex, Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
That is where a lot of kids go and get trained. So we have a number of kids getting lessons over there now and playing leagues on weekends. So yeah, we're getting plugged in over there as well.
Awesome. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, y'all jump in.
Go ahead.
Maybe it's just my confusion on all of this. When you get into like your tournaments,
yes,
and I'm guessing like the individual part of it, they can choose between you're either playing singles or you're playing doubles. They cannot cross over and do both.
Correct. So the way the tennis tournament works, there's a team tournament, and so the way we did it was based off your regular season record is the seeding. So we were like the boys. We were the 2nd seed. So we were 6-2 in the district. So the teams play each other. And you can, like I said earlier, the number 1 singles player can play singles and doubles in the team tournament. But like Lance Duke, for example, in the individual tournament, that's a whole separate world. So that's another day or two.
Right.
And so Lance played singles, Ethan played singles, for example, and then like Cameron and Bradley played dubs. All right. So then Boston and Zane moved over into dubs as well. So you have to pick. The coach has to pick one or the other in the individual tournament.
When I was coaching golf, teams would do this, and it's about the same way because we're throwing out our 6 best, and Payne was always 1, and Austin was 2, and Grant is 3, all the way down. But there were schools that would put their absolute worst player at number 1 against Payne to throw him off. Does that ever happen? I mean, it's more integrity, but if you want to kind of even the deck a little bit, you can put your worst at the top and drop your 1 down to 2. Could you not?
Well, in tennis, you have to. The way it works, you're supposed to put your best player is supposed to play the 1 spot. That's called stacking. But in the tournament, I called it this year the Red Sea parted for Lance this year because the way it worked, the top 4 singles players in our district besides Lance were 2 players from Macon and 2 players from Central Magnet. Their coaches decided they had the best chance to go to state in doubles. So what that left was it left Lance and Ethan and Bodie Davenport from Cannon County in the singles. And so, Ethan was so close to beating Bodie in the semis. It almost was a DeKalb. It could have been a DeKalb final in the district. It was really cool. But yeah, you're not supposed to. I mean, the best player is supposed to play ahead of the other.
Right.
But in the tournament, you just throw the kids in. So based off your season records, coaches will have a meeting, and I'll say, all right, Tom was 10-2 in the district, and I think he needs to be seeded. So we're over at Demas's in Lebanon, and we're hashing that out. Okay. Yeah.
Lance was so close this year to making it to state. Where do you think he needs to improve, and how can he get there?
I think this year it was Lance ended up, I think, 13-8 in the number 1 spot. And as far as improvement, he just needs to keep doing the same things, doing what he does. His mental game needs to continue improving. But he's come a million miles from last year. So to play that number 1 spot, I mean, you're going to expect to have a guy hit a serve past you, or you're going to make mistakes. And in tennis, I mean, it's just you on the court, and you make mistakes, and you're frustrated. I mean, Lance has gone a long way with that. So his mental game, I think, also just continuing playing the top competition, and also him just getting older. I mean, some of the other guys that are beating him, they're all graduating.
Yeah.
So like Bodie Davenport. Bodie got him in the region, but Lance beat him in the district. So it's just like in the softball series. You play best of 4. One day, I've got you. Next day, you beat me. So I think Lance just needs to keep doing what he's doing. His shots are, he knows how to hit. He knows how to hit the shots. Maybe coming in the net a little bit, to end points and not just try to crush the ball. We worked on that with Lance because when you play in the number one spot, you think you should just have to hit hard. That's the first assumption, but that's not. I mean, to be a complete player is where you're going to win, and that's where I think Lance's next progression is.
How do you coach him during a match? And then I'm going to be done and shut up.
Okay, sure. With Lance, mostly Lance knows what to do. It's just it's figuring out if we have a game plan that we've talked about, just reminding him of the game plan. If we're going to drop some short balls to the net, making your opponent run, and then not to overhit. With Lance, dude, stop overhitting. Don't swing so hard. I mean, it's just little checks. You don't really have time to sit and go over. You can't draw out two plays like in basketball. Sure. I mean, it's basically, hey, your opponent's backhand is looking like it's pretty weak today. Once you keep hitting that way, put some slice on the ball. Just little checkpoints to remind him. But there's no big strategy sessions, during the changeovers. Just sometimes it's just dude, it's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. You need to break his serve now. Just little bits of encouragement.
Good.
So in these regional and districts even, because I know in a regular match, the kids are pretty much, are there random kids just, I'm not saying random, but are there other tennis kids judging the line, or you call the line on your own, correct?
Correct. It's called self-governed.
So when you go to regions and districts like that, is it still the same way?
Yes, it is. We haven't done state yet, and hopefully that's next year. But it's if I'm playing you, you're calling my shot out. And then if you disagree with my call, you say, "Are you sure?" And then the player says, "Yes, I'm sure." And if you keep thinking I'm making bad calls, then you can call for a line judge.
So then,
I always try to get Luke to cheat. He needed all of his help he could get.
One of his buddies and former teammates had that reputation.
Yeah.
So how do coaches know these kids? Like, do you learn that from, is there coach gossip about, hey, you got to watch this kid? How do you, as a coach, well, I'm talking about if Lance knows is having to face this person, that could be a real it can get you mentally.
Yes. So, yes, I don't want to say any specific schools or any of that, but teams have good and bad reputations for different reasons, and sometimes it's called hooking is what I call it. I mean, if someone makes bad line calls and they have a reputation, then as a coach, I call it being the tomcat. You just kind of hang around, and you stand around where they are, and I'm allowed to sit on the court and do continuous coaching. Yeah. So I tried that several matches. There was a match with one of our district rivals this year that I think it made a big difference, especially in Lance's match, because the player was wanting to call some shots that were on the line or close to the line out, but I'm sitting there and he looked at me and he called him in, because you're supposed to play a close ball in whether or not you think it's in or out. So you're supposed to give your opponent the benefit of the doubt. But human nature is I want the ball to be out, and I'm going to call it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just didn't know how that goes into coaching, because I could see kids, because they're kids, not being mentally tough enough to get over, that was not out or that was in. And
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, one bad line call can tank a player, and I've had that happen at DeKalb multiple times. And, I mean, you try to encourage them, but they feel like they got cheated, and then they just can't get past it. So what I've tried this year is just being visible on the court, sitting we have little benches on each court. Mm-hmm. I just sit there and hang out. And I'm not allowed to talk to their player. I don't say a word to him. I'll talk to my player, and then I'm just present. Mm-hmm. So, but if it gets ugly, then what happens is one coach from each team is at the net, and we don't call the lines, but we're there, and if we can overrule them, it's still they're making their calls. But if we're on the court, then we can say that ball was in. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. And we've had a few of those this year, and we typically have one or two matches where we'll have line judges called. So yeah, it is, again, it's a human nature thing that kids are wanting the ball to be out. They want to win the game or the point.
I have been curious how that worked with, calling ins and outs and stuff. And if there is a disagreement, we'll call it, over a shot or something like that. So,
well, tennis is a gentleman's sport as well. And I say that in all seriousness. You have a kind of a higher standard in tennis, and while you do have situations like that, I think you'd agree it's not that very often that
no.
Which vast majority the kids will call it the right way.
Well, I read Andre Agassi book and I've seen him play, and so I was like, they argue all the time. So
that's what makes tennis fun, I think. So, yeah.
I was at a match with Agassi where he got actually kicked out of the match. It was in Indianapolis. He hit a ball out of the stadium. He was very angry.
Wow.
And then they gave him the heave-ho, and he had to default the match to some guy that was 200th in the world or something.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
But you think about it, I mean, like, he's a trained professional, and he gets frustrated with calls. So I was just wondering how the kids handle it. How do you coach it as a,
Yeah, the last thing I'll add with that is sometimes our players will play too many shots that are actually out. So, I mean, I'm all over that. I mean, it's integrity and character first.
Yeah.
And if you have a bad reputation as making bad line calls, you need to fix that.
Yeah.
And so one of the players, the player I mentioned from earlier, came to apologize for his actions from the previous match at the tournament. And then I talked to him like throughout the whole match. It was really cool. So it's just, I mean, it's almost like in the classroom. I mean, we're teaching character.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to beat that team, but I just want the kids to be fair.
Sure.
That's my number one thing, and I preach that with my own kids. Here at for the Tigers.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I only have one thing today.
Wow, one?
Just one thing. Yeah.
It's going to be good. I'm going to say it's going to be a doozy.
Yeah. Coach Cadle, while I love Lance and have loved him for years, you have my favorite athlete of all time on your team, Zane Starkey.
Absolutely.
How can you control the dynamo that Zane Starkey is?
The dynamo?
Yeah.
He's more of a, I would say he would be a CIA silent assassin. He's not, he just doesn't say a lot.
Yeah.
But he is very, very intelligent kid, and he's very analytical. I mean, he knows what he needs to do, and he listens. I mean, he's a sponge. He's one of the most coachable kids that you'll ever have. You tell him what to do, and he plugs it right in.
We're all just proud of Zane. We've seen him fall unencumbered many times, and to see him excel in tennis gives us all a lot of hope. I'll just tell you. So,
hey, he is bought in. He is. If you ever drive by the golf club, he's got a card of tennis balls out there. He's
I've seen him
on
there,
serves and
Yep.
And he's. I've told his dad he needs to get him over to Franklin or Nashville or Murfreesboro, and he's getting lessons over there. We're starting junior team tennis next week. I mean, he's going to be playing a lot. I look forward for the future for the team.
I think he's still got my tennis racket. I'm going to need to get that back at some point. So.
Yeah. Coach, I'm just going to share this with you. Of course, I'm over at Cannon County, and y'all played them twice. But
yes.
I think the last time was over here was a makeup or something, and the next morning, a couple of the tennis players came up and talked to me, and they were very complimentary, not just of the program, but you specifically, on how you hold your team to a higher caliber of conduct and just attitude. And, yeah, we're going to play tennis right. We're also going to carry ourselves correctly. And I just wanted to share that with you because that's the first thing they came back. Hey, we really like that coach.
Hey, I really love the Cannon kids. We always joke about this rivalry between both schools, and I had Gus Davenport playing Bodie Davenport 2 years ago for our USTA tournament. They were playing in Smithville, and it was a long ride home for both families. I think they took 2 cars, but I just love the kids over there. I mean, they've been active with the summer program that we have. Even though I tell them, even though we're opponents, we're tennis teammates. And this is a lifelong thing. It's just not, through your senior year. So I appreciate that's great to hear. I love those folks as well.
Good.
Speaking of the junior high program, do you have several 8th graders coming up next year?
Yes, on the girls' side, we have Kimber Davis is coming up and Abby Ramsey. On the boys' side, see Kipton, Austin. Let's see, there's I may not have all of them down there. But, yeah, we do have some kids coming up, and that's the important part of having a middle school program. Coach Ramsey has done a great job. He's my partner with the high school team, and then we have Isaac Brown's been helping out as a former player. So our bullpen is getting stronger. So we're starting to get prospects coming up. The one that's Cameron Purcell, rising 8th grader. He is really he's doing a lot of the same things Lance is doing, and he's really developing his game. So they'll be together Lance's senior year.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
That's going to be fun. I want to go back. I know we kind of touched on depth a little bit and talking more about the girls with the boys. You got Lance back. Is Ethan back next year?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I thought. I mean, you got the majority of your guys coming back next year. You said the word state. I'm going to throw it out there again. I mean, I know that's the goal, but a couple of things. What do you need to see from the guys that are coming back in terms of improvement overall from a team perspective, from an individual perspective, and what do you feel like these guys can accomplish as they come back next year?
Yeah, the plan has never changed. I mean, the plan is don't stop playing.
Yeah.
And so we can't put the racket down. So we got to start. The off season begins next weekend, essentially. And that, again, it's getting lessons and training.
Mm-hmm.
It's playing matches. If it's just buddies playing matches or you're playing tournament matches, do that. And then do USTA and what's called UTR. So, I mean, we have to do what the Central Magnets are doing and the Seagulls. And that's the formula. You just got to keep playing. But then you have to play the top-level competition. And you have to go and get trained by people who have played on the tour, played Division I, tennis. They're in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
That's what those kids, the best kids, are doing, and that's what our kids are. I mean, the boys are all over that, and we have a few girls doing the same thing. Mia and Casey have already started as well. They're both getting trained in Franklin. So, I mean, that's the plan.
Yeah. I want to echo what Coach Vance had said. What we hear about the tennis program and the integrity of the program, I hear that a lot myself, too. And that's a credit to you, the young people that are part of your program, coaching staff, and the hard work. And I also want to say special thanks to you and Bill Starkey. Y'all have kept me in the know on tennis all season long, and I've been so tickled to death that we've been able to put information out to help promote the program and keep people up to date. And there's a lot of folks out there that have responded to us and being able to have that out there. So thank you guys for always letting us know what's going on. And Bill, I tell you, if he was at a match, he was texting me updates along the way, and I really appreciate that. That helps us pass the word along. And we're tickled to death at what y'all have accomplished. And I think bigger things are still to come, Coach.
I agree. I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Yeah.
Coach Brian Cadle has been our guest talking some DeKalb County High School tennis this morning. Coach, thank you, as always, for coming out and being with us. We're going to have some softball talk when we come back. Some Tigerettes in the house with us, and we've got plenty more to come, so don't go away. It's DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is DeKalb County Insurance. Get a quote today at DeKalbInsurance.net.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Ignite HVAC Electrical and Plumbing is one of the top HVAC contractors in Middle Tennessee, offering both residential and commercial sales, installation, and services. We want to set ourselves apart from the rest of the HVAC industry by providing a seamless experience from your project start to finish. We are constantly improving our skills to continue to meet every expectation for our customers. Let Ignite serve your HVAC electrical and plumbing needs. 615-597-0100.
In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Homes Realty, and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
Just like the excitement of the big game, life is filled with unforgettable moments. At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that when the final moment comes, you want to honor those moments with dignity and care. Whether you're celebrating a life well lived or finding solace in a time of grief, our compassionate staff is here to provide the support you need. Love Cantrell Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of DeKalb County Athletics through 3 generations. At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Brain your brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night as we study together and worship our Lord.
Bad Boy Mowers' legendary reputation for strength, performance, and value is now available with Bad Boy tractors. From mid-size to subcompact models powered by 22 to 35 horsepower water-cooled diesel engines, your tractor work just got real easy. On the farm, the ranch, or even around the house, Bad Boy tractors deliver power and durability all day, every day. Bad Boy tractors work with an attitude. Find your big boy tractor at Southern Landscape Supply, 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville. Visit them online at thesouthernlandscapesupply.com.
That's what happens when you get 4 hours sleep a night. You forget to turn the music on. We're back on DC Blitz, presented by DeKalb County Insurance. We are ready to talk to the only team left standing among DeKalb County spring sports, the DeKalb County High School Tigerettes softball team. And, well, that's nothing unusual. I mean, because, you know, this program, we know, y'all know, you're familiar with it, always a high level of expectations. And last week, backs against the wall. Brandon, I'll start with you. Backs against the wall against Macon County. You got to win to advance on, to go to the district championship, to move on to the region. It's cold and rainy, I think, Wednesday, and wet, and I was even shocked y'all played. But what's your mindset going in? You got Macon County, a team that had beaten you 3 times. I mean, what are you telling the girls going into that game?
To play hard, have fun, and have no fear. The team that showed up against Macon County was the team that we've been expecting all year long.
Yeah.
Progressively, you know, we started our season off kind of murderer's row down in Chattanooga. Went through some tough teams.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to get any easier. Played some Friendship Christians and some tough teams. But as you know, from April 1 till today, we played some really good softball, over 500 softball. Played Macon really tough Monday.
Yeah.
Just came up a bit short, and then had some confidence going after the game with Central, and then they just opened it up and had a really good game. They played with confidence, energy. They had a lot of hype things working with them, and but that's the team. And you could see it from 1 to 9 in the batting lineup. They were ready to go. They were ready to hit. And defensively, we've picked it up, cleaned the game up a ton. Pitchers throwing strikes. We're not walking batters like we used to. So they came ready to play, and it was fun to watch. It's fun to coach. I lost my voice on a triple. And then after the game, got a little crazy too. So it was fun.
It's kind of funny how that happened. You got a good, strong voice, and then about the third inning, you don't have a voice.
Yeah, I was in court on Thursday going, what's your name? It's not good.
What has been kind of, and I know you talk about kind of learning on the go, and we'll talk about your pitchers. You got 2 young ladies pitching, a freshman, sophomore. I know Liliana saw a little bit of action last year, not a whole lot. Kennedy moving up, getting acclimated to the high school game, and a lot of the girls, they've had to learn some positions, throughout the course of the year. What's kind of been the secret to get it to all come together for you, especially right here at the postseason time when you want it to come together?
It's a secret, Tom. That's why.
It's a secret. So I tell them all the time, I move them around like a Rubik's Cube. We're shifting it up until we get the colors and all the match. But that's been, I think, the hardest part for me and getting this team where I think they should be is the pitching and understanding what we have, what our limitations are, what pitches need to be called where, how do we do things. Defensively, we just had to shift some things around to figure out where everybody fit best, and I think we found that. And then I finally know my pitch. It only took 160 innings, but I think I finally know the pitchers and have an understanding as far as how to call a game with them. So
yeah,
it's improved, and we're ready to go, I think, at the right time. So
yeah. Amy, this team, as far as where they are right now and going into region tournament, and there's a lot of these girls sitting here know what it takes to get to the next level. What's this mindset right now? Where's the confidence? If you were to say 1 to 10, where's the confidence of this team right now?
Oh, a 12.
All right.
No,
I like that.
They are ready for every game, and we keep preaching 1 inning at a time. Just take it 1 inning at a time, 1 out at a time, and then 1 at bat at a time. They can't lose focus. They can't get ahead of themselves. They can't get down on themselves. They just have to take it 1 thing at a time, and that's what they've been doing. They did it this whole past week. They, the pouring down rain, the playing 2 games in a row, the comeback win, all the things that they've had to do this week, they've just stuck in there and, like I said, 1 thing at a time, and that's got their confidence up. They're hitting. I think any team that starts hitting, they rely on it, just gives them this motivational confidence boost to keep going, and that's what we did. And then the defense falls in suit, the pitchers fall in line, and everything just falls in place and happens together, and that's what they've done, and that's what they got to continue to do to keep going into next week.
Who is it you look to as a leader on the field, be it one player, more than one player? Who's kind of that leader out there?
Well, it changes time to time. I would say Rylee's a pretty strong leader when she makes good defensive plays, or a lot of times when even if she doesn't get on base, she is motivating them to do the job, to get it done. But they're all, the girls in the dugout are hyped up, and they're keeping them motivated. The girls on the field talking to our pitchers. When Hannah makes great plays in the outfield, Zaylee makes great plays in the outfield. You can hear them all talking. They have this little thing when a pitcher gets a strikeout, they do this little K, and we catch them on Game Changer when we go back and review the game that they're all doing. So they all help each other. There's at different times it's different ones, but they all collaboratively work together and keep each other up.
I get to have softball coach talk to softball coaches, and I can take my little bit of knowledge and sit over here and watch for a minute, Kelly.
So going into this district tournament or regional tournament, I'm sorry, I've been a little absorbed into the middle school program. Who do y'all catch?
We go to Stone.
Go to Stone. Oh, I thought Stone got put out.
They did not. They come back and they beat Livingston.
Stone swept the district.
Swept the district.
But they lost the first round?
No,
they didn't.
Livingston lost. Stone was losing.
Stone
it was a great
lost to Livingston throughout the season. But then in district tournament, they swept. They didn't lose a game.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that one of the umpires told me that Stone had gotten beat.
No.
So sorry on my misinformation. No. So I know last year that was a 13-inning battle. Same pitcher for them, different pitcher for you. Do y'all face them it got rained out, didn't it?
It got rained out, and we didn't reschedule.
So I know that y'all do a lot of scouting. I know Brandon is that is the one that.
Oh, our
that
text feed between us and Coach KY is ridiculous from the last week.
So what are some high points? What are you looking to neutralize with them and to take the pitching?
Well, they rely heavily on Miss Kinsey Jackson, and she's a really good pitcher. She was a great pitcher as a freshman. Went toe to toe with Cora last year for 13 innings in that game, and I went to the game last night at Livingston, and she dominated the game. I think Livingston ended up with 3 hits, 2 in the 7th inning. She only struck out 6, which I thought was quite surprising, but held them down. There was weak ground balls, nothing really hit off of them. So our goal is going to have to be to hit her. We got to get on base, because when Livingston got on base, they scored. They scored 2 runs. I think their center fielder got a couple of hits, and each time she got on, she scored. They moved around the base as well. They don't play that great a defense, it doesn't look like, but she's keeping them under control.
What is her kind of her go-to pitch?
I think her punch-out pitch is a curveball. She throws it inside, outside, and she throws pretty well. She throws, I'd say, comparable to the McGuire girl from Watertown as far as the velocity, but that's probably her best pitch is the curveball.
So going into this game, will you change? I'm trying not to change any secrets in case they're watching, but will there be a different game plan about how you approach this game, or is it going to be we do us and we're going to? I think it's that. I think we and I think the girls are. Softball is a funny thing as far as hitting and timing, and we sometimes struggle more with slower pitching than with faster pitching. Because they're just ready to go. I have found in the junior high world, if you can throw slow and you can throw strikes, you can beat any. I mean, the kids that can burn it past you. Yeah. We always seem to figure out how to hit, but
there's not a lot of time to think. You just go and have fun.
And for us, making those clutch plays on defense, keeping them off the bases is what we've got to do as well. Hitting that will be there. I think we'll catch up. I don't think we need to catch up with her. We're already there. But defensively, we'll make the plays that we need to make and behind our pitchers, and that'll help propel us to where we need to be.
Who is the other team out of your region that's from there? Is it did you say Livingston?
So
Livingston will come to Watertown.
Yeah.
And so if you win
and Watertown wins,
you'll be back at Watertown. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's awesome. I mean, hey, it's great to kind of play a home. Watertown's like playing a home game.
What about if you win and Livingston wins?
Then it's a good
question.
What I understand, it's the even year, and we're in 8 now, so it would come to us.
Okay. That's what I was thinking also.
It is the even year to host, because that's why we had to go to Wilson.
So it should come to us on Wednesday if Livingston were to win and we win.
All right. That would be great.
Your husband got the field ready?
Yes, it is.
Has Coach Bond yelled at your husband enough back?
They discuss weekly what needs to be done.
You put that very kindly. Let's talk to some of the ladies on the team here, and I've already been told the first question I've got to ask here. Hannah Brown, how do you get hype in the dugout? What do you do?
Emerald J. Green Ball.
All right, explain.
$20 on the line for that.
It's a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur, and it roars. And
Hannah roars. Hannah roars. It's not the thing. It's Hannah.
Oh, okay. How do you roar?
Oh, I have no voice.
She can't.
Oh, come on now.
I gotta save that for Monday. Yeah, I have to save that for Monday.
You got 48 hours to Monday. In fact, it's more than that.
Some salt water.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Hannah, while I got you, I want to read a stat line here. 471 batting average, 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 3 singles, 14 RBI, 5 runs scored. In some form or fashion, helped out in the scoring of 19 of 30 runs in the district tournament. What in the world happened to you to get to have such a great district tournament? Did you just step it up? Mindset? What was it?
Well, I've always just told myself, see ball, hit ball. That's the biggest thing for me, because, I put in enough reps that my body knows what to do. My body has the muscle memory, stuff like that. So I just see ball, hit ball. And I'm a little superstitious, so I drink these loaded teas. And every single time that I have drank a loaded tea, I have hit it over the fence. And also, every single time that I put some glitter in my hair, I have hit it over the fence.
Okay. So
there is absolutely nothing wrong with superstition, because Amanda was killing me. She was like,
Kelly, just wear. I was like, no, I have to wear what I wore to the last game when we beat them. And then, of course, what I wore the other night was not lucky. So that outfit's gone.
That's why I'm always terrified. Like if a team's won, like y'all had won so many in a row, and then we're going to do that Macon County game, I'm like, if they lose, then it's our fault. Because I know how superstition works. But, Hannah, what do you feel like is the biggest difference in the team today than maybe when you started this season?
I just think our chemistry, like, everyone's finally starting to click.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's clicking. Everyone's, like, understanding that everyone plays a role, whether you're in the dugout, on the field, running bases. Everybody plays a role.
Yeah.
And, like, once you know your role and you know your teammates' role, then you can just cheer each other on and just be ready to take on the next game.
Gotcha. All right. Rylee, let's come down to you. Rylee Wilbur, All-District named this week also, so congratulations on that. Rylee, you get new coaches in this year. How long for you as players did that take to kind of get acclimated to the new coaches?
I don't think it took very long. I think we all were excited for new coaches, and they've done a lot for us, a lot more than previous coaches.
Yeah. What are some things about this team that you feel like it took a little time to kind of get on track, but now you feel like going into the region tournament, this is a strength for us?
Definitely our chemistry, like Hannah said. It took a lot longer than last year for all of us to come together and just play the game.
You go to state last year. You finished your state runners-up. Did you come into the season with a little bit of maybe overconfidence even at that, knowing what you'd accomplished, knowing that you had so many players back, or did you know from the get-go, we're going to have to work hard again to get back to where we were?
Definitely we're going to have to work harder than we did last year, as we did lose a few key people, but overall I think we've done very good adjusting, and especially with our pitchers, Kennedy and Liliana, they've done really good.
Stone Memorial's a team you saw last year, very familiar with them from last year. Kenzie Jackson, as Coach mentioned, an outstanding pitcher. How do you prepare for somebody like that who's, a tough, can strike out a lot of people, has a pretty good arsenal? How do you kind of prepare as a hitter for that?
Just do the basics. There's nothing you really need to change, as Coach Brandon says.
All right. Sophie, let's come down to you. And can this team get back to state, do you think?
I think if we put our heads together, we can. But we have to, especially our pitchers, we have to hit our spots, and we have to come out hitting good like we did against Watertown.
Getting on the bus and making that about hour-long trip to Stone Memorial, what are you all going to do to kind of get yourselves mentally focused while you're, kind of on the road and getting to the next stop on the, hopefully, tour towards state?
Just keep doing what we've been doing. Like I said, there's nothing really that we have to change. Just keep being you and doing what you do best.
Sophie, in your individual game, what's some things that you've worked on, during the offseason even, and some things that you still would like to improve at?
I'd say at the beginning of the season, my throws, I don't know what in the world was happening. I just couldn't throw the ball anymore.
Yeah.
And that's definitely come far, I guess. Other than that, right now, swinging, I just need to keep my hands high. That's about it, I guess, that I could still work on.
You're talking about throwing. Was that maybe something? Was it a mental block of some kind?
I think so, yes.
How did you kind of work your way out of that?
Just kept throwing.
Just kept throwing.
Yeah.
You just got to keep doing it. Brandon will remember when Chuck Knobloch played for the Yankees from second base, couldn't throw it to first. Just got and was an all-star player and forgot how to throw from second to first.
Auburn's catcher last year couldn't throw it to first, so they literally every pitch, she caught it and she ran it out to the pitcher and handed it to her, and the first baseman would come cover home.
Wow.
They said it was just a mental block, and because she could throw down.
Uh-huh.
I thought she hurt her arm, but she was this great glove. No, she had a mental block, and it was something to watch.
Yeah.
All right. You got any questions for the players?
So, you're going to be the visitors. Do you prefer batting first and being able to put runs up on the board? Does that help your defense?
Honestly, yes. I think coming out hitting gives, especially if we do good hitting, the first time we go around and, you're already, pumped up to go on defense. Your confidence is already there.
So, Rylee, you had to step in and do some pitching this year. How was that? How was that experience? Because I showed up at the friendship game after our game, and I was going, because I don't know Liliana. She's from the middle school. I didn't know her. And I was like, who is pitching? And they were like, that's Rylee. And I was like, wait a minute, I thought she was the third base.
It's not that bad. It's definitely hard. It's a lot harder than it looks.
So 7 RBIs in what is it? Was it one game?
One game, Macon County game, yeah.
Were you just seeing beach balls? Well, I mean, was it just?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was just seeing ball hit ball. Like, I trusted myself going to the box, and my mom always tells me, like, she knows when I'm about to have a good hit because she can tell by the way that I stand and the way that I step into the box if I'm about to have a good hit. So I just have to think that way every single time, and it shows.
So knowing this and your superstitions, are any of y'all responsible? Who bats before her or after her?
I bat before her.
So are you responsible for turning around and telling her something before she bats?
No, usually I'm on, so she's usually hitting me in.
No, I meant, but before you go up to bat, like, hey,
No,
remember to.
I don't ever see her before I go up to bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody says anything to me. I just go up there. Yeah. Yes, the umpire, he told me she was untaught, and I looked down and it wasn't untaught.
Maybe that should be your thing now.
Yeah, gotta be. That's the new thing.
So when you're approaching an at bat, are you approaching an at bat? Like, I know you're saying see ball, hit ball. Like, I need to hit it to right field. I need to hit it here. Or are you hunting pitches that you want to hit? Like, what is your mindset besides see ball, hit ball? Like, what is your training that you've went to all these hitting lessons and done? Because she'll come into the Lady Rangers facility sometimes and hit. And I'm telling the girls, I'm like, look how she's using her whole body to hit. She's not just arms. She does use her whole body. What are some approaches that you do when you bat?
Well, I like to see, like, I always pay attention to, obviously, timing, like how the pitcher's timing is, stuff like that. And then, I don't like inside pitches at all.
Don't give away the scouting report.
Wear it. You're going to have to wear it.
It doesn't take much to know that. It doesn't take much. But, I mean, if I see a pitch that I know that's, first of all, not inside, and I can drive it, I just drive it. And, I mean, I'm third in the lineup, so, like, usually there's people on first and second or stuff like that. So I try to hit it behind the runners so that I can score and stuff like that. But really, I mean, I just try to get a solid hit, just the middle of the ball, go.
Now, Rylee, are you at shortstop now? How have you adjusted from the hot corner to the hot spot? Because most of the time you're having to do a lot. You have a lot of responsibility as shortstop. Yeah. How has that adjustment been?
I was it took a minute, but I like short. I've actually never played short till now.
It's all right.
I do like it though. And then I love Maggie on third too, and it's just the left side is really, really strong now. Like,
does that make it easier knowing that Maggie's got the hot spot and you don't have to worry about going so hard into the 5-6 hole? You can just kind of play the 6 hole.
I play the 5-6 hole at the moment because our pitchers, that's where he likes to pitch them, and they usually hit the 5-6 hole. So usually, and Maggie's really good at, like, the slow rollers are the ones that are kind of shorter than the 5-6 hole. She'll go and she'll take them. And I'll go behind her.
Well, that's. I mean, to play in the 5-6 hole, that's what you got to have. Is you got to have somebody you trust at third to get those slow rollers, so you don't feel like you have to. So, Sophie, are you ready for Monday? Yeah. What will be your Monday routine?
The same as it's always been.
Well, okay. I don't know what your Monday. Tell me your Monday routine.
Well, I mean,
Do you do anything special that morning? Where you go to school?
What do you eat for breakfast?
Oh my
she eats a fourth cup of yogurt every single day.
I'm very particular about what I eat. But, I mean.
Will there be anything is there like I got to eat lunch at this time. I got to have this for lunch. I got to make sure I got enough carbs in me.
Yeah.
Give your meal prep. Go.
Yes, go,
well,
go,
I mean,
go.
It's different every week.
What is it for this week?
Okay, well, last week it was 2 boiled eggs and 2 pieces of sausage and fruit. And then
is that lunch or breakfast?
No, it's breakfast.
I thought she did half a cup of yogurt.
She does. She's the fourth cup of yogurt too.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, and then for lunch this week I had lean beef and sweet potatoes and corn. It was like a little street bowl.
So do you hang out with Cassie and get the meal prep plan?
She's my mother's daughter, not me, but I know that she's like that too.
So it was so funny because I had to tell one on Hannah because I had her in school, and it was so funny. Cassie was like very particular about what she sent them for lunch, and Hannah's like, "Hey, can I have your Doritos?" She was scavenging off.
She still is.
She was scavenging off anybody, and I was like, "Lord, Cassie would die if she knew she was eating a ho-ho right now."
She gave up a long time ago.
She only tried it with you. I don't think she tried it with your sister,
No,
did she?
Not really, no.
Oh, gosh. Well, we're excited about the postseason and headed to region. I'm going to come back to coaches for one more question here. Ladies, thank you so much. And we've got an announcement I got to make before we get done with you as well. But, Brandon, Amy, I'll throw this both at you, this being a new experience somewhat for you. You know you've been around the game. Amy played softball. Brandon, you played baseball, both at a high level at that. But what was it like kind of getting into the coaching realm of this? And what are some things you really had to learn that you didn't expect maybe? Was there anything?
Me?
Either one.
The most difficult thing about coaching high school girls is that they're high school girls.
Hey, at least prom's out of the way.
Well, you asked some questions earlier
really
about
wasn't bad.
what they've got to do to get ready. And if they are feeling good, happy, cutting up, having the best time of their lives, they're going to play a great game.
Yeah.
If it's quiet, somebody is going to die. It's not good.
And if you don't give them time to get all the things they need to do to get ready, their hair, their uniforms got to be just, you might as well just take it back home. But, when I was with Coach Bond, I was in the same atmosphere, but I don't think it was like this. When I played, it definitely wasn't like this. And when I helped him later, those girls weren't like that. These girls are particular. Yeah. And let me just say, you asked something to Sophie earlier. Listen, she is the most disciplined kid that I think we have on this team as far as her regiment and her routine. She meal preps. She works out. When we're going to Vitality, she was the one pushing herself to see how much she had a goal. She tried to exceed it. Then when she did exceed it, she made newer goals. Mm-hmm. And she's kept that up even when we started season and playing and had to stop going to work out as much. She's kept that up at home.
That's awesome.
She's the one that's up early, and like they kid her all the time about what she eats and stuff. But you can see the results. You can see it in her bat. You can see it on the field. You can see it in her body. She is definitely the bat to be 16 and that disciplined. It's a pleasure to sit back and watch and see the results that she's getting out of that.
That is fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic.
But these girls are. He's right. It's the hardest part of coaching high school girls is that they're high school girls and everything that comes along with that, because they're just, you have 18 personalities, and when those 18 female personalities, and then you got me in the mix of that, and it's fun. It's fun. Brandon's word of fun is different than my definition of fun, but we'll use his word today.
I don't envy you, Brandon.
Brandon's used to it. He's gonna have
it. Well, you do have girls at home, so
he's got one boy.
He's the most dramatic one, too.
It's like that at my house, too. My boys, though.
Well, we, of course, we're the last week of our show, and we're preparing for our end-of-year award. So we had cut off our Player of the Week, Student Athlete of the Week award after last week. But I made an executive decision, because I can do that, this week. Because when I look at it, when I look at numbers like I mentioned earlier, and 14 RBI in a week and 7 in one game, I said, you know what? We cannot not have a Student Athlete of the Week with those kind of numbers. So, Hannah, congratulations. You have earned this week's Goodale Family Clinic Student Athlete of the Week award. We had hoped to have the plaque today, but we don't. So I have
a random question. After like 4, I'm not pitching to you. I'm throwing change up in the dirt, outside.
It makes it hard when there are people on base.
Yes.
So you don't get 14 RBI if you're the only one doing
it. No. I don't know. Okay, so there was this. I'll tell this one Coach Bond story. So when I was at Smith County, we went to the region, and we had to play Good Pasture. And the one scouting report I got was like, do not pitch to their 4th batter. If there's people on base, walk her. And I was like, check. So we get to the game. We ended up getting beat. And we get to the game, and I come up here to watch, and I was like, Coach Boyne, I was like, let me tell you something. This is the scouting report I got. Don't pitch to her. Whatever you do, don't pitch to her. If the bases are loaded, walk her, give up the 1 run. He was like, okay. Well, he pitched to her, and she hit a grand slam. And I was like, I looked at him, and I was like, and he just looked at me, and he just turned around, and I was like, I wasn't trying to be, I was telling you the truth. But, like, I just wouldn't, I would almost walk.
The intentional walk is a very important tool, but it's very difficult. I hope, so White County played Livingston, it was White County and Upperman. Upperman was winning by 1 run, bases loaded. Kylie Norvell, who's committed to Belmont, is up to bat. And I'm sitting here watching on Game Changer. I'm going, I'm just going to walk her. But I don't think if I'm in the dugout to make that decision, I don't know if I'm making that decision. But that's she ends up hitting a double and walking it off and winning the game. So
wow.
I mean, there's a lot. You have to roll the dice some. But I'm just like, she's seeing beach balls. I mean, you got to change it up somehow. That's awesome job to do.
Well, but also she adjusts to. When she's up, she adjusts to the pitch too. So we've had some girls we pitched against that do the same thing. Like Brandon's like, there's nothing I can get them to throw. So, but Hannah adjusts to that as well and goes for the pitch. And I think it boosts her when there are batters in front of her that have gotten on and done their job. She's like, yeah, let's clear this up. Let's get this in there.
Well, we're, again, looking forward to a great run. This spring has been pretty special. We watched the Bulldogs and their run. The Lady Saints, of course, going all the way to the region championship. So y'all are next up. Again, you're the last one standing, so
no pressure.
Hey, everybody's went a little bit further, so there you go.
Let's keep going.
So I want to again throw it out there, if you can at all. Monday at 5, DeKalb County will be at Stone Memorial. It's about an hour, depending on how fast you drive.
And you can go to Buc-ee's.
And you go to Buc-ee's. It's right there. So, if you need an excuse, but you don't need an excuse. Go out and support our Tigerettes as they open up the region tournament Monday at Stone Memorial. Just thank you so much for being here, ladies. As always, we enjoyed it, and good luck. Good luck the rest of the way. All right, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about the new basketball coaches. Again, met with the media for the first time this week. Our first impressions on them, and we'll talk about whatever comes to mind, which could be dangerous because Casey will be back. This is DC Blitz. We're presented by DeKalb County Insurance.
At DeKalb County Insurance, we proudly support our local sports teams, always rooting for the Saints, Bulldogs, Tigers, and Vols. And off the field, we're here for our community too, helping you understand your Medicare options with care and clarity. We're not affiliated with Medicare, but we're here to help you make informed decisions by finding the best plan that fits your healthcare needs. Open enrollment for 2025 runs from October 15th to December 7th. Give us a call to set up your Medicare evaluation at 615-597-0660, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please note, we do not offer every plan available in your area. Any information we provide is limited to plans we do offer. Go to Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE to get information on all of your options.
Prompt, professional, and courteous healthcare services. That's what you find when you visit Good Health Family Clinic, 414 East Broad Street in Smithville. When you're on the go, you can't afford to be sick. The staff at Good Health Family Clinic is committed to getting you back on your feet and feeling better as soon as possible. They are locally owned, so you know you're being helped by people from right here at home, who you know and trust. Good Health Family Clinic accepts most insurances and is currently accepting new patients. Call to schedule an appointment, 615-597-4432. Good Health Family Clinic. Your family's good health is our mission.
Smithville FBC is proud to support DC Blitz and all DeKalb Sports. We have a place for you to call home on Sunday mornings and Wednesday night. We have nursery available. Pre-K through 5th graders are welcome to join Faith Kids. 6th through 12th graders are welcome to join FBC students, and everyone's outside of that is welcome to join all of our adult ministries. We meet Wednesday nights at 6, and Sunday morning small groups begin at 9 with worship at 10. Join us at Smithville FBC. It's a place to call home.
Home Surveillance is your trusted partner in video surveillance equipment. Our team understands the critical importance of safeguarding your family and securing your business assets. We offer comprehensive solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring peace of mind through advanced technology and expert installation. As a locally owned and operated business, we take pride in our community and strive to build lasting relationships with our customers. Let Home Surveillance help you protect the things most important to you. Give us a call at 615-597-6287. In the heart of Smithville, by the tranquil waters of Center Hill Lake, one name stands out in real estate: Lake Homes Realty and the Tony Luna Group. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of over $100 million in local sales, Tony Luna is the expert you can trust. Whether you're selling your cherished home or seeking that perfect lakeside retreat, Tony's commitment ensures you'll get top dollar for your property. Call 615-210-9522 and take the first step towards your real estate success.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339.
At Love Cantrell Funeral Home, we understand that this life is a journey filled with highs and lows. Just as every game has its final whistle, so too does every life have its final moment. When that time comes, Love Cantrell Funeral Home would love the opportunity to earn your trust. We provide compassionate care and professional services to fit your family's financial needs. Love Cantrell Funeral Home has been a proud sponsor of all DeKalb County athletics for over 65 years. Love Cantrell Funeral Home, where love is not only in our name, but also in our services.
Care makes for better banking. It's what turns transactions into trust and customers into neighbors. At Wellworth Bank, we see the people behind the numbers, the families building futures, the dreamers starting new journeys. We believe care should come standard because you're worth it. You always have been. Wellworth Bank. Care in common.
Ranger brake offers made in the USA, assembled in the USA, and world-sourced brake lines so that they can meet all levels of market demand. That helps them maintain a good, better, and best approach to giving customers the options they need to succeed with ease. Ranger Brake has a second-to-none qualifying process which ensures each and every product is certified before it's actually sold in the USA. By providing qualified products that are tested in the USA, Ranger Brake is doing their part to keep it safe out on the roads. Ranger Brake, proud supporters of all DeKalb County athletics.
Smithville Church of Christ invites you to come worship with us. Smithville Church of Christ believes that God is a relational being who exists as Father, Son, and Spirit. That human beings have a created likeness to God which makes each of us eternally valuable. That salvation is the free gift of God, received through faith and expressed through confession, repentance, and baptism. That personal transformation, a process initiated by God's grace, gathers momentum as our will is increasingly brought into alignment with God's will. Come visit Smithville Church of Christ any Sunday or Wednesday night as we study together and worship our Lord.
For 20 years, Southern Landscape Supply has been your hometown lawn care source in DeKalb County and the Upper Cumberland. From mowers and tractors to seed, fertilizer, parts, and service, we've got all your lawn care needs covered. Plus, we have the top name brands available, from Bad Boy to Hustler, Shindaiwa, Red Max, and more. When it comes to your lawn, don't play around with the rest when you can have the best. Southern Landscape Supply, your neighbor in lawn care. 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville.
Back for our final segment of DC Blitz presented by DeKalb County Insurance. Want to thank our guests all for coming out this morning. Coach Brian Cadle with the DeKalb County High School tennis team. Coach Brandon Cox, Coach Amy Tobitt, along with Sophie Adcock, Hannah Brown, and Rylee Wilbur for coming out. I also want to thank the parents who brought these kids out through the course of the year. We don't thank them enough. They get up, and I know folks have busy schedules, but we appreciate them.
I think parents should get thanked more often for that stuff, don't you? Like, it's straight up torture to have to drag your kid around to all these places.
Well, it's a little easier when they get into high school because either their friends can drive or they can drive.
Yeah, I haven't reached that point again
That
yet,
hardship
though.
license came in real handy with me coaching softball.
But we do
check on that.
We do thank the parents, and I want to. You know what? I again, and I think I touched on this a week or two ago, but I just thank everybody that's followed our page out there, that has sent us information, keeps us in the know. All the nice words. Casey and I are at Mount Juliet the other day, and the parents were great. They're coming over, thanking us for being there. We appreciate that.
Well,
I mean, we
let's be honest. They were thanking you. They weren't thanking us.
No, they were thanking us, and I mean, I appreciate that. We're doing this because we love to do it and cover sports and for the fun of it. I say this, and people think I'm joking, but I'm not. I covered sports for years and got paid for it. I get nothing for this, and I enjoy it more now than I ever have. I really do. It's like the pressure's off.
Yeah.
Well,
it's great.
It's all about who you're around. That's what makes it so much better.
That makes a big difference too. You're right about that. But we do appreciate all the support we've had for DC Blitz. We will not have a show next week. We will be off, and 2 weeks, we will come back and have our end-of-year show. We'll have our end-of-year awards. That's the reason we're taking off next week, is it takes a little time to get all that worked up and together. And quite honestly, with everything about over with, there's going to be a lot to talk about probably next week. So we're going to be off, and then we'll be back on the 23rd.
Tigerette Championship. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be talking state tournament. That would be awesome. I think that's what we were talking about last year when we got to our final show. So we'll be looking forward to coming back and putting the wraps on the show. And Casey is adamant he wants to do some kind of challenge, and we have not, Kelly, said anything in stone yet. He has mentioned playing horse against the new girls basketball coach. What were some of the other things? Coach Justin Noakes had challenged you, I think, something maybe soccer related.
Yeah, I talked to him about that the other day. I'm still not sure if I'm supposed to stop a shot or kick a shot. Now, stopping a shot for me would be much easier than actually kicking the shot, because I started thinking I'm not dead sure I've ever kicked a soccer ball before.
Ever?
You can YouTube that.
I have in anger, I think, but not in actual play. So
you want to have the right shoes on. Let me tell you something, or you'll end up breaking your toe. And you don't kick with your toe; you kick with the top of your foot. I didn't learn that much in soccer class in college.
I don't even know. I'm not even dead sure whose shoes I have on this morning, to be honest with you.
That's a good thing.
I tell you what, let's throw this out to our viewers out there. What kind of challenge should Casey have for our last show? I mean, should he ride a bull?
I got some of those at the house.
That might be fun.
Here's the point you should probably know is I will not say no to anything. So yeah, I am at your mercy.
If you've got an idea of what Casey should do, you can hit us up in the chat line on our show today. Send us a private message, an email. We will consider anything.
That is.
Even if Casey won't, we will.
That is, anything that we can put on a live stream.
Yes, anything we can put on a live show. I even thought about putting him on a football field, see if he could stop Reed from the 10-yard line.
Oh, I could do that. We got to make it a challenge, man.
Okay. Speaking of football, I do want to mention that the high school Tiger football team, Coach Michael Shaw's first season and his first spring game is going to be at Battle Creek School in Spring Hill. That's coming up this Friday, the 15th at 6 p.m. So get a look at the Tigers. They've been in spring practice the last couple of weeks. And, Casey, you got any insight on that? I mean, have you been out to watch any of the practices? Getting any? I'm sure if Reed's giving you information, you may or may not take it for what it's worth. But
I don't get information from Reed, so don't worry about that. He'd sooner. I told Lavonda last night if he had terminal cancer, he'd be dead before he told me about it. So, yeah.
But I've heard the numbers are good. I've driven by and seen them out there working. I've not had a chance to take in a practice, but hearing good things. And, again, they'll be at Battle Creek. Again, that's in Spring Hill, and I know it's a bit of a drive. But if you can make it Friday, again, this upcoming Friday, that's May 15th. Let's not go back to March.
No.
At 6 p.m. Then go out and support the Tigers and the coaches and the players and all the hard work they've been putting in this spring.
I have got to see them practice, in a limited form out there, and just hearing some of the coaches talk. I think everybody's pretty encouraged. I did actually talk to Reed and some of his friends about it. I know the players seem to be really enjoying the practices this this off season. You know, it's just it's different, you know, and sometimes just different. It ends up being change is good, and so I do think that I personally have been very impressed with Coach Shaw and his staff so far this season. He has come in and put his money where his mouth is, as far as, you know, the ideas that he has for the program and improving some things. You know, I know he worked with the quarterback club and got some nutrition into that clubhouse, and just some different ideas on how practices should run. It's made a big difference, and I know that the team as a whole are pretty fired up right now. So.
The running back is on my bus. He rides my bus every day. I think he's going to be the new running back.
Yes. He is very good.
Aiden.
Yep.
And
Harris, he is. He has. I've actually watched him a little bit. I watched him last year. Personally, I thought he should have been the running back last year, but this year, I would be shocked if he's not.
He's a great kid. I'm excited. I may have to go to watch a football game to watch him because he's like
what?
I know. I went to one last year, and it really amazes me that how many people. Because like when I went to high school, you didn't go to watch a football game. You watched at halftime. You watched the band, and then you just kind of socialized behind the bleachers. But they do have nice bleachers
that you can socialize behind, right?
No, not really. There's not as much room back there now.
It's wet usually too back there.
But yeah, I might. You know, I don't actually have to. Well, I may have still have to drive until September. I'll have to drive Maddox to the game. So
we, of course, we're always planning for what's next, and we may have some football coverage next year, which we'll be excited about. And I give you a good excuse to go. You can come help us.
Yep.
Songs don't make me keep up with yardage anymore.
We'll put Kelly on the sideline and let her get sidelined.
It can't be worse than when he asked me to keep up with the yardage and things.
No, the first game he was like, and I was like, I said, well, he threw it from the 10-yard line and he caught it on the 15. So is that 5 yards? And he's like, no, however far he runs. And I was like, but he didn't actually throw it that far. And he was like, oh no, you don't do how many yards he throws it. It counts. And I was like, well, that makes no sense whatsoever. That running is counted as passing yards.
Yeah, no, you throw it. If you throw it 2 yards and he runs for another 68 yards, that's a 70-yard pass.
No, it's not. It's a 2-yard pass with 68 rushing yards.
It's called. There's a stat for that. It's called yak. Yards after catch.
Yes. I could do yards after catch. I couldn't. I was like, but then I was like, what is that, the 45 or the 40? And it was too much.
All right.
Don't feel bad.
I was like, can I just run the camera?
Basketball. Let's shift back to that. We've got 2 new coaches, 2 new girls basketball coaches in DeKalb County. They met with the media on Wednesday of this week. Coach Lily Bridges, the new Lady Tiger head basketball coach, and Coach Clifford Coleman, the new middle school coach. Coach Coleman is going to be on Coach Bridges' staff at the high school as an assistant coach. And Aaron Patterson, former DeKalb County High School student athlete, has been serving his country in the Army for about the last 9-10 years or so, and he is going to be an assistant coach on the girls program as well. He was there and had a chance to talk with all of them, get the first impressions of them. Not sure if y'all checked out the video. If you've not checked it out at home, you can find it on our Blitz page and get some of the early thoughts from our new head coaches. Actually even stuck around for a little bit. Coach Bridges was talking to some of the players, just some light stuff, nothing, full-on basketball related, but just kind of getting to know you kind of stuff. One thing that's impressed me so far about Coach Bridges, she's been going to athletic events, meeting with people, talking to people. She even made a comment, I've talked with some parents whose kids are not even playing basketball or interested in basketball, but I want to get to know the community, the sports community, how people think, and I like that. I like that the fact that she's getting out here and trying to get a good feel for this situation in its entirety. She's young. Been around the game of basketball. Her dad was a player at Lipscomb, played for Don Meyer at David Lipscomb back in the day.
I used to go to his camps.
Yeah, he was a pretty good coach way back in the day. And so it's been part of her life, her entire life. And, we won't know until we see the product on the court, what kind of coach and all that. But I like the way she presents herself. She's competent. you can see the competitive fire there. I like the hire personally. I think it's a good hire. We'll see, but she's ready to get to work. I do know that.
Well, and hopefully, new face, new way of doing things will bring more interest as far as girls trying out. I know the West School. I don't think there's any 8th graders that are going to try out. We didn't have only 12 girls in the 8th grade down at the West School, but I do know the middle school. I'm assuming at least a couple of my softball players are planning on trying out, and they're athletic and they're very coachable and they're good kids. So hopefully all that works out very well.
So, Casey, any thoughts?
Both of those hires, the high school and the middle school. I don't want this to sound, mean or anything, but man, I've been pretty impressed with our administration. Did not think that that would be the case. This time last year that we would have 2 coaches at least with a resume of this caliber coming in. And like I say, we don't. That's not to disparage anybody that applied or didn't apply or anybody that was there before. But when you're replacing a coach, I felt like those 2 coaches had probably the best 2 resumes of anybody out there, and then they went and did what they had to do to go get them. And I give our administration a whole lot of credit. It may not work out. They may be great coaches. They may be terrible coaches, or it may just not be a fit. But, I mean, I do think that they made the right decision based on the information that they had in front of them. So
I completely agree. Yeah. I'm happy to see that we hired the best person for the job, not they're already in the system and they're willing to do it.
It wasn't the easiest hire. I guess that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And I mean, you look at it's kind of like the way I approached umpiring and refereeing, which I know are Casey's unfavorite things. But every time that I did this, I looked at it as, yes, this may be, Gordonsville versus New Middleton, and it's going to be a crap game. But to those 20 kids,
it's not.
It's not. And to those 20 sets of parents, it's not, because those kids have stayed after school and practice, and those kids have worked on their craft. Are they the Harlem Globetrotters? Absolutely not. But they've worked at it and they've put in time, and they want someone to come in and do a good job. And I was talking about as an official. So I always wanted. Somebody told me that Sam Kerr used to be the assigning, or he was the person that was over softball for the state of Tennessee with TWSAA. And he said, you never know what these kids have got to go home to, and that this sport is the best thing that they've got going in their life. And so that really hit me. I guess I was probably around when I had my kids. But I was like, that's true. I was like, I spend all this time taking Marley to games, taking Maddox to games. I want somebody out there that cares.
Right.
And wants to see them be successful and wants to grow a program. And so I really hope, I would really love for Coach Bridges to do some research as far as the history of DeKalb County basketball. That is the only ever holdback when you hire someone. Amy knows the history of girls softball.
Sure.
Amanda and I know the history of Tigerette softball, and we're learning middle school. Learned a ton of stuff about the middle school this year. You want somebody that will invest in learning where we came from and where we need to go and how do we need to change it.
Yeah, absolutely. But piggyback on what you both had said, yes, I was greatly impressed with the administration, how they handled this. It was a process. I mean, they had a committee. I mean, Mr. Bruce Curtis, Seth Willoughby, assistant principal. Seth's got some basketball background. Randy Jennings, of course, Patrick Cripps, I think he had some involvement in this. Randy, we all know his athletic background and a good feel for that.
And he's been a coach. He knows what, coaching's all about.
Yeah.
Coach Bond, I think
Coach
that was
Danny
a great.
Bond, yeah, he was
because
there.
he knows the tradition and the history, and he's been successful in this county. So
I was very impressed by them by allowing Coach Bond to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was by plan, because Lavonda might know this one. I don't know if it was planned, but I liked how they hired a high school coach and then they hired a middle school coach.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know that was planned. If that may have just been the way it worked out with TCAPs and everything going on, but it at least visually it looked good to get a
think
high school coach and then get a middle school coach.
Well, Coach Coleman was a high school finalist. He was one of the 3 finalists even for the high school job, and then accepted the middle school job. And this is a guy that comes here. Coach Coleman's a little bit older. He's been around the game, though, a long time, and he's worked with AAU programs, with training. He has coached basketball at the middle school level, even at that. I mean, this is a guy that probably has forgotten more basketball than I know, that is coming in, his work on fundamentals, basics, every level of the game he's got a familiarity with and knows how to teach the game. To me, this is just, it's a huge home run for the middle school level. It also helps Coach Bridges that he's going to work with her. That helps a couple ways. Helps that transition. You've got that veteran coach now you can rely on. And, when you those situations that are a little bit new to you, for him, he's been around it. I just think it's a home run. He's a home run hire all the way around for sure, getting him at the middle school and then helping out on the high school level as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, the most impressive thing I've read and saw about Coach Lily Bridges is when she said, I want to be involved in all levels of basketball.
Yep.
I don't know. And again, this is not to disparage anybody. I am a busy guy, and I know that all these coaches are extremely busy, but I don't recall ever seeing somebody make that commitment as a high school coach to be able to come down to, say, junior pro. And she talked about junior pro and getting involved even at that level. Again, that is not a disparagement against any of our coaches, because – she doesn't have kids, I don't think. I don't think she's married. And so, life's a little bit easier, and that's not an excuse for anybody. But if she's willing to be able to say that and come down and, I mean, she don't have to come coach a team or something, but just be around every now and again. I think that helps her and helps DeKalb County basketball as a whole just tremendously.
That's a model. I don't know if she knows this or not. She should research this one. That's what Jim Brown did.
Yep, I was about to go there.
Jim Brown, and you look at this, Jim, of course, he was the coach when I was playing, still coaching there. And I think his role in Jackson County is a little bit like, I think all he has to do is coach. I don't think there's any teaching position. I think he does something. He may be the athletic director or something. But he coached the little bitties. He coached. Now he was very hands-on. He wanted it to be his way, and that's perfectly fine. But he coached the 5th and 6th grade. He coached the 7th and 8th grade, and he coached the high school. And if you look at when Jackson County kind of went down in basketball, is when Coach Brown got married and had some kids.
Yeah,
and he quit.
That's a real thing.
Well, he quit coaching the junior high, and then his high school program suffered. So I know he's gone back to coaching at least the junior high. I don't know that he still does 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
But he went out, he also got a former player to be his assistant, and I think she may do the 5th and 6th and help him out a little bit so he can see his kids. But not being married, not having kids, you do have a lot of free time.
I could do a lot more than I can tell you that.
and you can afford to do more.
Yep.
Because you're not having to worry about buying clothes for your kids and feeding everybody and all the things that come with being a parent.
Yep.
So
I miss those days.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Sometimes I look back and think, man, what went wrong?
Look at me, Casey. You don't miss those days. I have to wait. You ask me all the time how I come up with all this information on sports. I have too much time.
I can loan you a kid. Would you like to adopt a hybrid kid?
Yes. Adopt a hybrid for only 50 cents a day.
I will pay you 50 cents a day as long as you incur all the other costs. The coaches have tentatively agreed, depending on, I know Coach Bridges is
still at Tennessee Tech until the end of the month. But she's tentatively agreed to come on the 23rd. Same with Coach Coleman. He's got commitments. He's still working with some programs, I know, on weekends. But they both said, yes, we'll be there unless something, just out of the blue. So we hope to have them on our last show to kind of have a little get to know you where we could sit down. And I've told them, all of that was real structured on Wednesday, media stuff. I said, we want to sit down, have conversations, get to know you, have some fun with that. And just because I think that's how we, a lot
That's
of
how we
times. Yeah, it's how we roll. But, we learn more about people that way.
They need a big dose of me.
I'll warn them ahead of time.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to that coming up in a couple of weeks. That's pretty much it. We've touched a lot of stuff going on. We're wrapping up the sports year. It's gone fast. It's this school year. Every year it gets a little faster. They say it happens. But,
yes, and this is the craziest part of the time of school.
Yes.
A field day on Tuesday and
field day. I used to love field day.
You can come help with field day.
Yeah, I would if I could. But I have this thing I call a job.
I'll tell Matt that you need to come down there and help me out.
Yeah.
You can wear a Matt Holmes shirt.
I'll do it. If he'll let me come down there and help,
we're having career day, and you can tell him you're going to be
I think I came down there for career day a couple of years ago. They didn't care.
Yeah. You got to blow something up. You got to be like the dynamite expert.
Yeah. The number one question they ask you on career day, how much money do you make?
Yeah. Ours is, where's the candy?
Yeah. Maybe that's what I should have done. Should have brought candy. That would have been a great distraction. All right, we're done for today. Join us again in a couple of weeks. Again, no show next week, but we'll be back on the 23rd to put the wraps on the 25-26 season. Then we'll get about a 3-month break before we get back at it with the football season in August and fall sports. Kelly, it's not just all football. So, yes, we got soccer and then whatever else they play in the fall. I'm forgetting stuff, and I'll get yelled at for that. Cross country, exactly. So,
volleyball.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that because we did have some track and field athletes compete in the sectionals this second, and I can access my email. I'm glad you said that because Coach Ben Vranken was good to send me this info this morning, and now I can't get on the Wi-Fi. Lo and behold, and Lee has my phone. So, anyway, our track and field.
Check that, I guess, then.
Our track and field athletes did well, I can tell you that, and 3 of them advanced from the subsectional to the sectional. I don't know that any of them made state, but they had some good showings at the sectional, and of course that's a co-op with Warren County. But we've got several young folks that are part of that program, so we congratulate them. And Coach Van Branken, boy, she's really into that, the cross country, and does a great job, and we appreciate her and the work she does.
Do her daughters do any of the?
I know Ella did. Chloe, I think last year did cross country, but I don't know. I don't think she does track.
Okay.
The track and field events. So, all right, that's it. Coach Vance had to bail out on us early, but I want to thank him for coming out. Of course, all of our guests today. Lee Trammell's done a fantastic job with the duct tape and super glue keeping us on the air today. We appreciate that.
One hand up in the air.
Yeah, that's to get a better signal, for the Wi-Fi. But we appreciate you tuning in for this week's edition of DC Blitz. For Casey and for Kelly, I'm Tom Duggan saying so long till May 23rd.